am flabbergasted that I am here right now for the final Plan With Me of 2021, but I am so excited to share December spreads with you. I love December. It's such a festive month, and this month I'm going to be doing my variation of Vlogmas, where I will be publishing 4 consecutive weekly vlogs that, showcase me doing things like gift wrapping and making gingerbread and sugar cookies and just having a lot of holiday fun. So if you don't want to miss out on that, hit subscribe and the notification bell. Also wanted to remind you that if you're doing any holiday shopping at Archer and Olive this year, this is Luma, my Archer and Olive journal. I've loved using Archer and Olive for my bullet journal for years now. They're such good quality, and if you use my code Caitlin's Corner, you can get 10% off your purchase. I'm gonna stop talking and let you get into the planning goodness, but I hope you enjoy. For December spreads, I felt a strong desire to lean into the color green that's associated with this holiday season. Usually my impulse is to sprinkle red everywhere, but green just felt right. I'm starting off by creating a wreath for my month at a glance page with some Tombow dual brush markers. I'm using the colors 158 and 228 here, and they will both be linked below, as well as links to everything else I use in today's video. I actually have a whole Amazon page with my favorite bullet journal supplies that you can also check out if you're looking for stationery gifts or stocking stuffers. I'm shocked by how beautiful this wreath turned out because it really didn't require some magical technique. In fact, the less perfect the strokes are, I find the more realistic it looks. Below the wreath, I used my Sharpie S-Gel pen to draw out a calendar for December. I'm probably going to use my month at a glance in my journal this month to exclusively write down festive activities I'm doing or events I'm going to. I'm working hard right now to be able to take some time off during the holidays, so I'm looking forward to a less packed schedule at the end of the month. I used my same black pen to do the title for the page, which is obviously December 2021, and then sprinkled in some small circles that acted as snowflakes to fill in the white space. And then to tie in the calendar with the wreath, I added a drop shadow and brought back the Tombow color to just make it all fit together nicely. Next to the month at a glance spread, I wanted a spot to create some habit trackers. It's a big priority of mine this holiday season to avoid the temptation to drop my healthy habits. I most definitely won't be working out and meditating every day because the holidays can just be chaotic and I want to be realistic about that, but I just don't want them to be abandoned. So I'm aiming for 2/3 of these trackers to be filled in by December 31st. Wish me luck. I love the little snowman doodle at the top. Here in Toronto, snow hasn't quite arrived yet, but I always find a white Christmas to be extra special, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. The added touches of green to the title of each habit tracker and the snowflakes on both pages just really made these 2 spreads connect well together visually, even though they have very different page elements and layouts. And then the habit trackers themselves, like most months that I do these habit trackers, are just some basic grids, 31 squares for 31 days of the month. The countdown to Christmas spread I do every December is such a simple way to remind and encourage myself to get in the holiday spirit. The weeks leading up to December always tend to be a busy time of year for me on the work front, so having a page that's dedicated to daily small acts of fun I can do each day is one of my favorite parts of the season. Before I get into the spread, I'm just creating this little title focused area in the middle of the page where I've drawn 4 gift boxes, and within each gift box I write part of the word for the title, Countdown to the Holidays. And as I've mentioned in a few Plan With Me's, I really like playing around with different fonts and different sizing of letters. So I love the fact that this title is just compiled with a ton of different sizes and styles of writing. Makes it look a lot fancier than it is. For this year's layout, I'm hiding 24 simple tasks behind pieces of white paper. I started off by writing down all of the tasks on the page. The full list of activities I'm including in my advent calendar this year can be found in a blog post I've linked in the description box. But this can be customized with any of the things that you want to do, the food that you want to eat, the places you want to go, the movies you want to watch, etc., etc. It's really something you can have fun with. Some of the tasks that I wrote down include shopping local, eating a candy cane, grabbing a holiday latte, trying a festive cocktail, having a red lip day, doing a Christmas themed crossword. The list goes on and on. Then after those were written down, I covered them all with a piece of paper and a yellow dot sticker and proceeded to number each piece of paper from 1 to 24 in random order. So although I am the one who put this advent calendar together, I've already forgotten which items are for which day. So there will still very much so be an element of surprise here. Speaking of holiday to-dos, these next 2 pages are a spot for me to take note of a variety of holiday things I don't want to forget about. Before getting into the meat of the spread though, I thought it'd be fun to add in a doodle on the bottom left page. One of the distinct images that come to mind when I think about Christmas is the fireplace at my parents' place. It's always decorated really beautifully for the holidays, and it's where everyone's stockings get hung up, and just generally a really comforting visual for me. So after drawing that out with my black pen, I decided to also sprinkle in a little chair doodle, have fun with a lamp, create a rug next to it all to really complete the cozy scene. And then I used my green Tombow again to help keep the green theme running through all of the pages. The lists I decided to create on the pages are movies to watch, things to make, drinks to consume, and self-care to-dos. One of my favorite must-never skip movies is The Holiday. The music in that movie always gets me. Hans Zimmer is just always a treat to my ears. Christmas with the Cranks is another one I'm excited to rewatch. Let me know though your favorite in the comments below. I'm also planning on trying some new method of decorating for my gingerbread and sugar cookies this year, so hopefully during Vlogmas you will witness me successfully accomplishing that goal. My grandparents are also scheduled to come visit Canada for the holidays, so I want to take advantage of my grandmother being here this year and try and just observe and follow her bread recipe and any other Portuguese desserts that she might decide to make. I've been meaning to try making mulled wine for years now, so I'm convinced 2021 is going to be the year. And then for self-care, I'm going to be starting my end of the year reflections and new year goal setting. Stay tuned for a video at the end of December where I take you through my process for 2022. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just adored the brush pen wreath on page 1 so much that I had to use the technique again to create some garland. Again, I'm just doing lots of quick, irregular strokes with the strokes angled in the direction I want my garland to go. You can just use one color Tombow, it does the job just fine, but I really do think it has an added touch of realism when you go in with a slightly darker or lighter color to add some dimension. On the bottom right page, I of course had to include a Christmas tree doodle. It feels wrong to create a December spread without drawing a tree. And it's a simple doodle to draw. Actually, all of the doodles I created in this month's spread are pretty simple, so even if you feel like you're not an artist, I encourage you to try them out. I find doodling can be such a calming activity, and some of us really need those calming vibes during this chaotic time of year. The rest of the page was just some headers and dividers for a weekly spread so that I have a spot each day to make a rough mini to-do list for the day. It's minimal, but one of my favorite weekly layouts I've done in a bit. So excited to create a new version of the Countdown to Christmas spread. They're one of my favorite spreads I do in my bullet journal all year because it's something very engaging and keeps me in the holiday spirit. But I'm curious to know, what is your favorite spread from today's video? Let me know in the comments. I also want to know, what is an activity, whether it's holiday themed or not, that you love doing during this time of the year? I will see you all very soon with a new video, and until then, bye everyone.